Hi there, welcome back. If you're back, I'm back. And a big warm hello to you if you're new to this channel. On this channel, we are basically going to eventually talk about anything and everything. But up to this point, I have been sharing my Ayurvedic background in many kinds of ways, from holistic DIY treatments to Vedic tarot cards. I also read my children's books. I have 4 children's books. And today we are touching upon a gentle mental health topic. I found my list of subjects for this particular video, and I got so happy and re-inspired. And I love when I get re-inspired, because that makes it all, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It makes everything seem right place, right timing. So today, the topic for the gentle mental health is authenticity. Authenticity. Being authentic. Yeah. Let's get into the description. So authenticity is the quality of being sincere, genuine, or real. Being true to one's own personality, spirit, and character. Let's listen to that again. Authenticity is the quality of being genuine, sincere, or real. Being true to one's own personality, spirit, and character. Yeah, it's like, of course, who would I be if I wasn't me? You are the only person who will know if you're being true to yourself in authentic ways. No one else can tell you. It's all about the relationship you have with yourself. And that makes it a little tricky. Sometimes no one else will have that answer for you, but you will feel it. If things go out of alignment, you will feel it. So that's the knowing authenticity. How to show authenticity. What does it mean to be authentic? Be true to yourself. In order to be true to yourself, you have to know who you are. So it takes some self-discovery, growing self-awareness, and self-acceptance. Yes, be true to yourself. Develop self-awareness and self-acceptance. Well, who doesn't have self-acceptance? A lot of people. A lot of people. The next one is how to show authenticity. Act in accordance with core values and beliefs. Behave with integrity. Now, integrity is also on my list of gentle mental health topics, and that's indeed a whole conversation to be in, integrity. But again, it's about the relationship that you're having with yourself. Yes, you're the only one who knows when you are in integrity or when you're out. Accept others, be open-minded and empathetic, and be confident in your own identity. And again, that brings us back to self-discovery, self-awareness, self-development, all the selves. Be true to yourself. In order to do that, you have to know who you are. And the process of knowing who you are does and can last your entire life. And if you don't like self-discovery, for me to say that was probably discouraging and terrifying. But if you enjoy self-discovery, then it's a great ride to be on. Accept others, be open-minded and empathetic. Empathy is also on my list of gentle mental health topics, and also is a whole conversation to be in. But empathetic means that you are relating to someone emotionally. And be confident in your identity. You know, it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to feel successful. You know, it's okay to uphold other people. And when you have enough confidence, you can really be such a huge positive influence in the world, you know, with everybody you meet all the time. And that's really cool. Okay, we know the know, we know the show, and now we're going to know the grow. How to grow your authenticity. Be honest, even if it means being vulnerable. Be accepting of others. Don't blame other people. Take responsibility for yourself. Don't be someone you're not just to fit in or impress other people. And I just want to say, if there are people who don't get you, you know, and you have to do more and more to keep them interested in relating to you, you know, maybe that's just not a good fit for you. And that's completely okay. Learn to be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. Embrace your uniqueness. Yes. Embrace your uniqueness and be confident in your identity. Yes, and yes. I was having a conversation about this topic, and the question came up, you know, what if my authenticity, what if me being authentic in a response, let's say, in a conversation, is going to hurt the other person's feelings? Like, more than mildly, you know? And I said, if I was in that position, I would probably put like a disclaimer at the beginning of my response. And I would say, I don't mean this to be hurtful, but if what you want is an honest reply, then blah, 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 blah. And some people don't want, you know, if you give them the option to opt in or opt out of something that might be hurtful, you know, give them the choice. Sometimes they didn't realize that even a question, you know, that makes them vulnerable. And being vulnerable is a wonderful place to be. There's a lot of power in vulnerability. And I think it brings me back to the conversation that I have when I'm doing the Vedic cards, the tarot cards. There's a lot of strength that's necessary if you're going to admit how fragile you are. We're all fragile, and we're all super strong. If you didn't have to be strong, you would need to be fragile in order to be strong. And it's all tied into authenticity. Let's go over the grow part again. Be honest, even if it means being vulnerable. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. Because they're just doing the best they can too. I mean, we all are. Be accepting of others. Don't blame others. Take responsibility for yourself. And then we're back to having, this is all about the relationship that you have with yourself. So take responsibility for yourself. Don't be someone you're not just to fit in or impress others. If you have to jump through hoops to get someone to look your way, then that's not a good match, probably. Unless that's exactly what you want, and then it is. Learn to be mindful of your thoughts and emotions. Embrace your uniqueness and be confident in your identity. Authenticity. Authenticity. Be authentically you. You're too special to try and, negate any part of you. You're too special to be diminished. You're too, full of love to be invalidated. Embrace your uniqueness and be confident in your identity. Authenticity. We're going to have some good topics coming up now that I found my list of gentle mental health topics. So drop me a note in comments if you have a thought about authenticity. What works for you? How do you feel most authentic? For me, you're looking right at it. All right, I'm going to go for today, but I'm going to see you again soon. And thank you for being here. It means the world to me.